Man, it has been a crazy week and a half for the FGC, mainly because the announcement of Virtua Fighter across esports. Now, what I was trying to do was, I was trying to, wait and see if they were going to say anything else about it before, I went ahead and, gave y'all my take on it. But a lot of people wanted me to do this, give my take on it, even though not a lot of information has come out since its announcement. So, I'm gonna go ahead and give my take on it. So now what you see on the screen is just basically the screenshot of Akira Yuki. Basically just how they had it, man. Everybody done seen that damn teaser trailer over a billion times. There ain't no reason for me to even show that damn trailer. People, we know that trailer in our sleep right about now. But a lot of people a lot of people believe and think that it's a totally new Virtua Fighter game. I'm gonna sit here and say I think it's a new Virtua Fighter game, but the trailer just I couldn't really take a lot out of that trailer. I think everybody is going off of Akira's cinematic frame because we haven't really seen a cinematic Virtua Fighter character in a long ass fucking time. So I think people are going off of that, and rightfully so. What I want to talk about is what was said in the tweet from Sega about Virtua Fighter being restarted or rebooted. So I'm thinking this is where it's people are like this is going to be a new Virtua Fighter game. But first of all, I want to talk about the picture that I put up. Now, the picture that I put up, as you can see right here, it's Akira Yuki, and in the background, it's Virtua Fighter 5R. At first, I thought it was Final Showdown, but it's clearly Virtua Fighter 5R. Now, why Sega put Virtua Fighter 5R in the background, I don't really know. But when they said that they was going to restart Virtua Fighter and basically, have it start up for esports, that kind of got me thinking that maybe if it is a new Virtua Fighter game, they're gonna have something else with it. Probably like have a collection of other Virtua Fighter games to promote to esports, and because right now we really, as far as it being a new Virtua Fighter game, we really honestly don't know. We don't know any character information, no gameplay, obviously. We don't know if there's any consoles involved, so we just really don't know at this point. But my take is this is just a total opinion on what I'm going off of right now as far as we know what we know right now. So basically, I feel like what they're trying to do is, I think, they clearly want to get Virtua Fighter out there. They want to have Virtua Fighter accessible to any and everybody. It did say that it was going to start in Japan, but I don't think it's going to stay in Japan. Everybody knows that Virtua Fighter has always been arcade first, and then wherever else, it follows. So I feel like they're going to start it in Japan, and then hopefully it'll go out to the U.S. or whatever. And I feel like that they're doing this to try to, get other time zones involved, kind of like Korea, Pakistan, and Africa and shit like that. They really want people to, come, come into Virtua Fighter. So I'm thinking that's what they're doing there. And also too, I think one of the things that they're trying to do is too, I think they're trying to get a collection of certain Virtua Fighter games that they want to promote for esports. Now, here's the thing. One thing I've noticed in the last 3 weeks or so, the reason why I feel this way is because Virtua Fighter 3 has really been talked about a lot. It's been coming up in a lot of conversations. A lot of people have been talking about Virtua Fighter 3, how they want it to be on the competitive scene, the competitive level, how they want Virtua Fighter 3 remade, how they want it, how they just want it out there. They want it at more venues and shit like that. So Virtua Fighter 3 has really been talked about. So if they're doing something like that, like a collection of certain Virtua Fighter games and putting them out there for esports. I think Virtua Fighter 3 is probably going to be one of those games. Maybe Virtua Fighter 4 Final Tuned, because that was another Virtua Fighter game that did not come out in the US. It just came out for Japan. I think it came out for Europe too. I'm not sure about that. I don't know. But I know for a fact Final Tune did not come out for US. And Virtua Fighter 5R did not come out for US. And like I said, Virtua Fighter 5R was in the background of Akira's pick. So I'm thinking those 3 games that they're going to try to bring back as a collective for the showing of esports. I don't think they're going to go back as far as Virtua Fighter 1 or Virtua Fighter 2. Now, as far as it being a new Virtua Fighter game, now I was one of the main people to say that Virtua Fighter needed to be rebooted. While everybody was like, we need a VF6, I was saying the Virtua Fighter needed to be rebooted. It needed to be restarted so it can be introduced to more wider generations, because a lot of people are just not going to go all the way back and try to discover Virtua Fighter from almost 30 years ago. So I always felt that, you know, the franchise needed to be rebooted. And if this is what they mean by rebooted, by making a totally new Virtua Fighter game from scratch, from the ground up, then I'm all for it. If that's what the idea is, to reboot Virtua Fighter and make it a totally different game, I'm all for it. Not make it a different game, but, you know, don't change a lot. You know, have it the same game, just, you know, add or, you know, put some shit in. So if that's the plan, you know, I think a lot of us are all for that too. But as of right now, it's just really hard to say. But I will say this: they're trying to promote Virtua Fighter to esports. Now, the confusing thing about this is they're doing it in the middle of a pandemic. So that's kind of confusing right there. Now, I don't know. Maybe I don't know, man. That really is kind of confusing. You know, they're doing it in the middle of a pandemic, but like I said, you know, we just need to get more information on that. It's clearly something offline, because that's what the trailer showed. It's clearly something that they're doing offline, but why are they doing it in the middle of this pandemic? Who knows? And like I said, there was not any mentions of any future consoles involved. And I also too think that this may be it might be some type of a port going on. Maybe it might be ported to next gen PS5 or Xbox Series X or something like that, which I'm all for that too. You know, hopefully whatever goes on, maybe Final Showdown gets ported to the next gen consoles. I'll be okay with that too. But as far as what I think is going to happen, I think there's going to be a collection of Virtua Fighter games that they're going to show to esports to try to get the game out there and try to get people in tune with Virtua Fighter. Now, you know, with Final Showdown, me personally, I think Final Showdown will be a part of that collection, but at the same time, I think Virtua Fighter 5R also will be a part of that collection. But like I said, they're just saying it's going to be in Japan first, so like I said, it's really, that's always how it was, starting off in Japan and then making it to stateside or wherever else. But like right now, it's just total speculation. But like, I personally feel like if it is a new Virtua Fighter game, okay, yeah, it's great to restart it. Now, as far as, you know, restarting it, I don't know if it's gonna be. I really don't know if Sega is gonna really put any emphasis on things like a story mode or some shit like that. Just who knows? I mean, I hope they do. I hope they put some shit like that if it is a new game. But right now, you know, who knows? So just a lot of us, you know, we're just excited to hear that Virtua Fighter is making some type of a comeback. Like I said, we really just waiting on more information right now, but this was a really big announcement. And one thing that I've noticed, man, bull, the Virtua Fighter trolls are out there, man. You got motherfuckers are in their feelings and losing sleep because Virtua Fighter is on its way back. Bull, pathetic ass motherfuckers. But like I said, you know, it's really not a lot to go on other than this is an obvious move to try to reintroduce Virtua Fighter, basically to the now world. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's a good move that they doing, and just hopefully, we get more information on it. But like I said, my opinion is it's not. It's just an opinion. It's not 100% or nothing like that. I feel like what they're gonna do is they're just gonna have a collection of Virtua Fighter games, show them off to esports, and they're probably gonna be on that competitive level, that competitive scene. As far as it being a new game, I couldn't really take nothing out of that Akira cinematic. It was just don't know. Just hopefully within the next couple weeks or to a month, man, they'll tell us something. Maybe we might get another tweet about what's going on. But right now, it's all in the air right now. But like I said before, we pretty excited. We hold on hope that it is just a total new Virtua Fighter game. That way, a lot of people to get involved, and us Virtua Fighter veterans, we can, continue the grind that we've been continuing with Virtua Fighter and shit like that. So, if it is a new Virtua Fighter game, hopefully our characters that, we've been using for a long time will return and stuff like that. As far as Virtua Fighter's mechanics, like going off of Final Showdown, me personally, I feel like Final Showdown still has one of the most balanced and crisp mechanics in the world today. So hopefully, if it is a new Virtua Fighter game, hopefully they don't change too much of that, because Final Showdown is one of the most fast and fluid games, or fighting games in the world right now, man. It definitely is. So hopefully they don't change too much with that. If it is a new Virtua Fighter game, like I said, we'll see. So let me know what y'all think about this news about Virtua Fighter Cross Esports. Do you think it's a new Virtua Fighter game or something else, kind of like what I mentioned, like a collection of other Virtua Fighter games? What do y'all think? Let me know y'all thoughts and feelings in the comments section below, and I will get back at you in the next video. I'm out. God bless. Be safe. Peace.